watching the Brothers of Legacy. We don't stand out. We stand up.
What up? Good morning. Good morning. And you too. Good morning. Welcome to another edition of the Brothers of Legacy. I am your host, A to the D to the welcome. Appreciate you guys being here. Keita in the building. First up, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Appreciate you guys for being here. Always hanging with us, rocking with us, being a part of what we do. Let's do this. Make sure you do what you need to do, and that is share, because sharing is caring. That's what I want. Okay. So, another day, just another day. Oh, hey, Sam. He said, missed you already. Hey, Mama McCoy, great morning to you. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for being a part of all that we do every single day, Monday through Friday. It's all good. It's all good. That's what I want to say. So we're gonna have a great show today. We're talking about. Let me see. What did I put? Are you too selfish to have friendship or be a part of a community? Are you too selfish? The selfishness. Let's talk about that this morning. I appreciate you guys rocking with us. You realize, listen, we are at least in the YouTube space. Basically, it's official. This is official numbers. We are four episodes. Four episodes away from four. Count today, it'd be four. So 4 episodes away from our 500th episode. 4 episodes away from our 500th broadcast. Let me say it that way. Broadcast, yes. 500th. Now, we got more because we've been doing this quite some time. I'm sure we got to be in almost 1,000. But officially, to note, we're almost to our 500. Let me put that up so anybody trolling, just scrolling by. 4 eps. Episodes away from 500. All right, so it's good times, exciting. All right, let's save that. Put that there. Bam, 4 episodes. So I want to shout out you guys for rocking with us. All my day oneers. Lisa, especially. Sam, she said connected for life. For life. No matter what goes down. Well, congratulations, honey, on your consistent hard work. Yes, absolutely. Appreciate you. So 4 episodes away. I'm excited about that. Here too. Yes, there we go. Mama Corey representing. Appreciate you always rocking as well. Always rocking as well. Actually, you know what? Yeah, you've been with us since we've been in our full collaboration coming together state, and definitely I appreciate it. So that's the 500. I'm excited. Like I just counted it. Like I've been doing a count. I was like, oh man, I'm almost to the 500th. Like all the dessert. I might do that. I might do it. I'm gonna put it up. She said you need to invite all the deserters. I should. I need to just to come through. Have a great celebration. That'd be dope. I'm gonna get on that today. Let's celebrate. So we're gonna definitely do something. It's not gonna be huge. I don't want to blow your expectations out of the water, but it's gonna be good. We're gonna do something great. What day would that be? What's today? Today is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So that'd be like Monday. Monday would be what's today? Today's Wednesday. No, today is Thursday. Sorry, my days are messed up. So that'd be like Tuesday, right? Tuesday. Oh man. So wow, my mama in the building. All right. So listen, what I need you to do. So happy you all. I appreciate that. I appreciate the comments. That's so happy for you, so worthy. Big Bam in the building. Good morning. Good morning. A little Bam in the building. Good morning. Appreciate you, mama. My mother-in-law, but she's been around long enough. She is my mother. So listen, I need you to do me a favor, though. I need you to do me a favor. Blast this everywhere. Let everybody know that the brothers are on. We have a wonderful level of consistency, someone we can connect with. Get some other brothers involved. If you know any men, I don't care where they're at in life, up there, down there, it's a struggle, no matter how real it gets. Like, yo, you need to connect with these brothers. All right, change your life, change your mindset, change your life, change everything about you. All right. Because every single day we're having Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. If you didn't know, we're having conversations about things that are affecting our community. And we talk about it all. So today, we're talking about, are you too selfish to have friends or be connected to a community, a village? Sometimes we're way too selfish, guys. Way too selfish. Way too selfish. Because we want for ourselves, but we're not willing to give, nor share, nor take time to build. All right, but we're going to dig into that today. It may be just me. We got to see, Pastor's kind of like making his way back. His work gets stacked up. At the same time, he's still resting, so he's in that in-between. Should I jump out there or should I rest longer? So he may be in the building. He may not. It may just be just me today. All right. So again, make sure you share. Sharing is caring. Sharing is caring. All right. Let's go. So I'm calling out by my 1,000th episode. We're gonna be.
Get that. Could you try again?
Could you not be in my business, Siri? Thank you.
I'm not sure I understand.
Yeah, of course you don't, because you're all in my business. All right. Sorry, Siri just jumping in my business. I'm just saying, don't be all in my business, Siri. All right. So make sure you share. And by 1,000th, we're gonna be having a live show where we're all together. All right. So I want you to sit back, hold on, hold tight, and we'll be back. I'm gonna do the intro because I gotta have a 500th episode intro, right? I gotta have something new and funky. All right. So just bear with me with my old stuff. Let's go. We're gonna drop this.
I want to welcome you to the Brothers of Legacy broadcast, where we are changing our community one conversation at a time, every day.
We are creating a new legacy.
Change gon' come, change gon' come, change gon' come, change gon' come, change gon' come.
A co-op plans to start with ownership. We have a mindset of either I want to make a lot of money or survive. Make a bunch of money or I got to figure out how to survive.
When you have a real bond, when everyone has, we come in with real expectations. Because this is covenant.
The whole premise is that we as a people, with our money and time, aren't often making this journey possible, often invested in the business.
You're watching the Brothers of Legacy. We don't stand out. We stand up.
All right, welcome back. All right, so Pastor is on the way. Just being patient. So I'm gonna kick this conversation off. So listen, today we're discussing again. Where did I put it at? There you go. Are you too selfish to have a friend, or you know what? I mean to correct it, or to be or not to be, or to be connected to a community. Because it's funny, like it's like this season. I don't know if it's the summer. I don't know what it is, what's going on, but a lot of people are posting a lot about friendships, and like if I don't hear from you, you're not gonna hear from me. The phone line works both ways, and I get it. I get it. Been there. And I feel like, I know it's like you feel like you're doing all the work in a relationship, and I get it. But what I'll say, to that, and keep it 100, this area of friendship is a new area that I've gotten somewhat better at. And having these conversations have upgraded my revelation about it. But the thing is, I had to come out of a selfish mindset, right? And because the first couple of posts that people usually put up are, if you are in a space where you're the smartest one in the room, you need to change rooms. And I get it. You want to be somewhere that challenges you. But do you really want to be somewhere that challenges you? Because it can be very intimidating, and you have to learn to put your ego in your back pocket, especially if most of the rooms you've been rocking and you've been kind of like the highest point of intelligence in that space. If it's all right, there you go. He said, I don't know if it's selfishness or being self-centered or fearful. Right, I got that on my board, spelled correctly. Inside joke, inside. But that you're right. It's that fear as well. It is that fear as well, that selfishness, that self-centeredness, that fearfulness. I think, and going and moving into another space, right? You gotta step out of fear, right? Because if you've always been like the smartest dude in the room, or the number 2, number 3, where after 1 and 2 it says something, you jump in there. What up, Richard? Good morning, sir. You jump in there and he says, good morning to the whole BOL crew. You jump in there and you got something to say. But if you ever been blessed to be in a room where you kind of like, I'm gonna just shut up right here and just listen, because especially when things are spoke about, like, man, I've got nothing to add to that. You be waiting for like, oh no, I can't speak on that. Okay. I have no experience in that area, so I'm gonna just sit here and listen. It's like you're in a room and they're like, you had a crew of people, like 300 people that you had to kind of figure out how to manage it. And you got other folks like, yeah, man, I've been through. You looking like, I have no I have no experience. I'm gonna just listen. I'm gonna listen and hear how you navigate 300 people. Like, you know, you ever had to navigate $10 billion in an account and figure out how to allocation? He's like, that's interesting. I'm gonna just sit here and listen. How do you navigate $10 billion? How do you navigate it and not be tempted to do something? All right, I said, oh, oops, that's it, right? I'm gonna just shut up right there. Like, you ever have a flat tire? Boom, I've had that. Like, I can answer to that. Like, your car ever start? Yeah, I've been there. So, all right. So let me get past the in here. But so today we're talking about just, you know, upgrading your community, connecting to other people, but at the same time, not getting into the cutoff ministry, because I believe you can always just slide them in and keep talking. Always upgrade. Like, I could have one circle here and another circle I may hang out every once a month or something. They get together for whatever reason. They're just a higher level. It could be just educational. Like, I'm connected to Dr. Rollins, and her crew of circle is more on an educational level, where, you know, you get statistics and backed up with books and things of that nature. And it's more, I won't just say factual, but it's statistical as opposed to opinionated. So, you know, you have that conversation, you know, and I listen to those. And then I got my people that are more experiential. They going through stuff and they can speak to experience, you know. So I have like these different circles. They're operating from different spaces. And it's not like one, for me, it's not like one's better than the other. They're just different viewpoints, you know. And for me, I can go to the experiential people like, well, I hear you, but if you want to talk on broad scales, going from my other group, we need to check the statistics at this site. Like, these are the statistics. And then I can take this same thing over to my statistics folks and like, hey, I know you guys look on paper, but let me tell you what the real experience is based on myself and the people that I hang around. Like, this is what really happens in business, you know. So it's kind of like if you're mixing groups and you're learning and you're growing. But I like I said, we are, and Pastor's on it too. Like, the cutoff is like a last resort. You so toxic, I can't move forward. Like, your very presence, every time I just see your number on my call ID, whatever idea I have is gone, because I'm frustrated by just seeing your name. Like, just hearing your voice is like, it's like, you know, my wife's like, you need to stop fooling with them, because your day is always jacked up every time you connect with them. Every time. Like, your whole mood. You know, you ever had them people, and that happens. You had them people that just, they change your whole mood. You just like, I know, but they were my best friend. I've hung around them forever, you know, like, but now they just, because there's folks that, you know, we deal with that are just drama filled. Let's just call it what it is. They just, the only conversation is drama filled. Like, what happened with this person? What did this person do? It's like, over time you start thinking like, man, we never have any forward moving conversations. Like, especially when as your life changes and you realize this, in all my other circles, we kick it, we trip out, but there's always some forward moving in the conversation. With these or this person, it's like, it's just dramas. What person doing this? Who hating on him? It's like Love and Hip Hop Live. It's just nothing is moving forward, you know. And like I said, the cutoff is just if it's really toxic. To me, that's when the cutoff happens. But that's the last resort. If anything, you limit conversation. Like, I can't talk to you every day, because though you're funny and though we have a good time, I can't be in the space like we used to. Like you said before, I think when we talking with Kaneem, like, coming to your house, chilling. Like, yeah, I don't do that anymore. Like, I can't come and we can't chill out like we used to and drink and smoke or whatever we did, just even chilling out. Like that's not my life anymore. Like I can't just every bit of my time has to be accounted for. Like so, if my chill time is like for me, and then I need my chill time with my wife. I gotta have some chill time with my kids. Like some idle time has got to be some investment in something or somebody. Like I can't just chill with anybody. Like, so I think you get to that point as well. And like I said, not necessarily cut off, but you limit, or do things of that nature. So good morning, Pastor. Glad to see you.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday.
Yes, indeed. Happy Thursday. Let's see. Richard said, I just had a moment. Thought I lost my. I'm sorry. Let me read that from my podcast. He said, I had a moment. Thought I lost my wallet, but looked everywhere, but it was in my back pocket.
Where did I put my glasses?
Right. Listen. My words is like the phone, and like I'm using the phone for something, and then I'm looking for the phone. like, oh, it's the map right now. It's the map. Oh man, let's see. Let's see. He said I now volunteer 2 days a week with the Woodlands group. Okay, sounds very very forest like. Like I might be way off. It might be some group that deals with some other issues or stuff like that. That just sounds like if I was someone pastor like, hey, we're going to hang out with the Woodlands. I'm gonna need an axe, some boots. Like that. That's what I think. Don't lie. Everybody thinking the same thing. Like Woodlands, boots, axe. So,
no, they're thinking I'm not hanging out in the woods with anybody.
Right.
That's what they're thinking.
So when it comes to like I said, so today we're talking about are you too selfish to have a friend or to be connected to a community? And Sam kind of expanded a little bit. She was saying she said, I don't know if it's selfishness, self-centered, or fearfulness, being fearful. So what say you about that? Like when it comes to connecting to a community, and I know we talked about accountability because that's another thing. But do you feel like it's a selfishness, self-centeredness, or like fearfulness when it comes to really trying to connecting to grow, connecting to be better?
Yes.
It's yes.
Well, I think fear can cause you to not want to be around people. Fear of what that turns into, fear of exposure,
right?
Fear of having to talk. Some people are just intimidated by groups, crowds, performances.
Right.
Every engagement seems like a performance, and you don't like to do that. I think it's the phobias are real. I think we all have certain types of phobias, and I think there could be a phobia that is connected to being in a group setting publicly. Absolutely. Remember, there are people that are more internal, more introverted.
Right.
So they're not comfortable in crowds.
Right.
But that's relative because it depends on the size of the crowd.
Right.
Some people, 2 is enough and 4 is too many. Right. So you just never really know. I think it's important to have these conversations. I don't know. I believe that selfish it's a pretty strong word.
Okay.
I think there could really be some challenges, some phobias with crowds, with groups. Not necessarily selfish, but unless you're not using selfish in a negative connotation, I think that because you're more comfortable being by yourself, does that make you selfish? So now you have to look up the definition of the word.
Let's go.
Selfish.
Yes, indeed.
Right?
Yes.
Just to be clear, because
Right.
we have our standard carnal understanding of selfish.
Right. Right.
So the quality or condition of being selfish. That's funny. What is the true meaning of selfishness? Concerned excessively or exclusively with oneself. Seeking or concentrating on one's own advantage, pleasure, or well-being without regard for others.
Right.
Arising
Okay.
from concern with one's own welfare or advantage in disregard of others, a selfish act. So there's two ways of looking at this. You know, excessively concerned or exclusively concerned with yourself. Seeking or concentrating on your own pleasure, well-being. But it goes on to say without regard for others.
Right. Right. Right.
Yeah. So
Wow. Right. Without regard for others. So I think
without regard
God.
for others. Exactly.
I mean,
And
I
think
guess
it can happen. I think
Yeah.
it's just like before I start speaking to that, it's more important for me to understand why a person feels the way they feel
right.
before I call them selfish.
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%.
Right.
100%. Yeah. You're right. That's because that could be a rough term thrown out, and you know, it could be just selfish towards you.
A phobia. It could just be a phobia.
That too. He said enclo.
Yeah, see, there it is.
Enclophobia. Yeah. Fear of crowds.
Enochlophobia.
Enochlophobia and anthrophobia. Right? Am I saying that right?
Anthropophobia.
Anthropophobia. Yeah. A fear of people.
See,
Right.
those are real.
Yeah.
Those are real.
But I
And
think
that does not constitute selfishness.
right. But I will say to that, like, and I know when you think community, you think village, you think a bunch of people around you, but you know, you can still be connected. It's like, you know, Pastor, you invite me to something like, hey, we all gonna be there. The fact that you said we all, I'm like, I'll send my offering. You know, like, or you need me to cook something, I'll bring it. What time they bring it? You said 3. I'll be there at 1. You can set it up. I'll help you set up. You know, so I think it's still, because I get the fears. There are certain real fears as far as, you know, mental health and things of that nature that you just like. I can't, for whatever the blockage is that you need to work through, or whatever it is that's keeping you. But at the same time, I think there's no, as far as I know, clinical fear in connection. You know, there may be a struggle, but I don't think, you know, as far as staying connected or having someone that you could reach out to, or they could reach out to you, as far as, you know, just to build someone to bounce off of, like you said before, someone to be your mirror, you know, to kind of check you into space, you know, to make sure that you're good, that you at least, because there's always forward progression. We get older, there's nothing you can do about it. You're gonna move forward in that sense. But are you growing? Are you at least learning something while you're growing? You know, while you're moving forward, or while you're getting older. So I think that is to me a big factor, because people want. At least I've heard, you know, people always talk about the Black community coming together, trying to do, why can't we build? Why can't we grow? But when you talk about, hey, let's come together and start with a discussion, you know, I don't have time, or I'm not getting enough out of it. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm just, what am I going to gain? You know, it's like, we don't know. We don't know what you're going to gain until we at least talk about what are we trying to build and what are we trying to grow.
Yeah.
So I think about that as well. Hey, good morning, Michael. Thank you for rocking with us this morning.
Hey, sir.
Always. So when it comes to that, like, you know, that's kind of where I came from, with starting with the selfishness, or the selfish, because, you know, people want, you know, but how much you're willing to give. You know, and like you said, it may not necessarily be selfish just with this endeavor. Yeah, I want to give, you know, because I've even seen it, like me and Sam was talking about, like, even with churches, like Pastor, people have gotten to the point sometimes that if you had something, Pastor, you're like, okay, it's going to cost everybody $20. $20. Church is like church free. Like like synonymous words like, oh, it's not the church. Oh, it must be free. It's gotta be free. Doesn't matter that you bring in some world-renowned billionaire speaker. Like it's just, it's gotta be free. But it's like this, like I always talk about the skin in the game and the investments into your village and your community. It's just like, what are you trying to gain? And then it's like, what do you give? Because I think community is, of course, built on giving and, of course, getting something out of it when you need. So to that effect, like the selfishness, or not even just the selfish or the fear. What are some of the fears you feel like when it comes to community or building what I feel like now we're defining like a genuine friendship, as far as the being able to be vulnerable? Is there like a fear of that? Because that's like the main thing I keep. Like I read a post, and they even mentioned girlfriend, boyfriend, spouse, like not being vulnerable because they don't want it weaponized against them. And I understand, especially if it's happened, but is there a way to get over that?
What do you mean when you say not wanting to be vulnerable and having it weaponized? Are you saying the fear of
sharing
sharing information about yourself?
Yeah.
For fear that someone can use, like getting arrested, whatever you say can and will be used against you in a court of law.
Right. Exactly.
That's a real issue.
Yeah.
That's a real issue, especially in relationships. One of the greatest challenges, greatest challenges with opening up is just that.
Yeah.
When you talk to, and men and women are different, right?
Okay.
I believe that this is my personal opinion.
Right. I got you.
Personal opinion.
Right.
Based on conversations that I've had with individuals.
Right.
Based on trendings. Being on the planet 55 years. It has been my discovery.
Right.
Brian.
I think you covered it. I think you're good.
Good?
You're good. I think you covered it.
That men hesitate to open up.
Okay.
Because when the wrong person gets angry, whatever you have shared becomes a bullet, an emotional bullet fired back at you.
I got you.
And that's why we won't talk.
I got you. And that's real. And like I spoke about my past. I don't know what kept me clammed up. I mean, I just didn't share. I think I just never wanted to show vulnerability because we never really had it, because I never did it in my household. I think so I didn't grow up doing it. I kind of internalized and dealt with most of my issues alone, internally. And I never really shared a lot. So I just who I was. But yeah, I think that is that's a real fear. Like, let me ask you this though, Pastor. Like, you mentioned in relationships that's a big one. Do you feel like, because I think, didn't you say you and your boys kind of shared a little bit? Like you and your friends would share some stuff, kind of personal stuff together, or no? When you were younger?
Yeah, I've never been afraid to talk to people ever. That's just never been my thing. I have been guilty of sharing too much.
Right.
Because I'm just comfortable that way. I just don't feel like, don't get me wrong, I have played with the truth.
I got you.
In my life,
I got you.
I'm former military.
That was good. That was good. Just
what you mean? Oh, you lied.
Just messed around. I took a couple of things, kind of shifted them around a little bit, just a little bit, grabbing that
Absolutely.
space.
You know, to make the story sound more intriguing.
Yes. Oh yeah,
You
definitely.
embellish, you do those
Right.
types of things.
Right.
With the heart issues, I call it the heart issues.
Right.
You know,
Okay.
The heart sections, I believe, are much more sensitive, and you're always going to be careful. But you know, we were raised in a culture that
Yeah.
says keep it close.
Yeah.
Don't put your business in the streets.
Right.
You know what happens in the house stays in the house.
Right.
That's how we were raised, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Right.
I also believe that if you're considering yourself befriending someone,
Mm.
here's the makeup of a relationship. You introduce yourself to one another and you begin to talk, you begin to share,
Right.
right?
Right.
If I detect that what you're sharing sounds strange, two things are going to happen. One, I'm going to listen more intently.
Mm. Right.
And two, I'm going to press my mental recorder so that our next conversation will have a comparison.
Oh, I got you. Okay. Okay.
Does what you say today match what you said a week ago?
I got you. I got you. I got you. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what we do. That's what happens, right?
Right.
When people start
That's true.
saying things and it starts sounding strange, you're like,
Yeah.
really? What do you mean?
Yeah.
Well, how did that happen? You want more information because
Right.
now you're like, that doesn't make any sense.
Right.
In your mind, you're like, you lying.
Right. Right.
And then you're like, how far will you go with this?
Right.
I have been in a situation where I've
Right.
talked to people and I've said, stop, just stop.
Right.
I don't let me get you out of your own way.
You just feel like it's all fabricated.
Yeah, only because I'll never forget this man. I'll never forget this. I was telling a story to some guys probably 30, 35 years ago. I was young, trying to be impressive. And somebody in the group had the real scoop.
Oh, I called you out. I called you out.
And called me straight out.
All right.
No, you didn't. You lying. No, you didn't. I was there.
Oh man.
That happened. That'll cure you real quick.
Right. Right.
Right.
That's hilarious.
People don't understand. Like me, I tell the truth today because I got caught in a lie.
Right. Right.
And I learned I had to deal with the consequences
Right.
of being a person who played with the truth.
Right. Yeah.
So now I just tell it,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
That's true.
And I don't care. It doesn't matter because there's no greater pain
Right.
than somebody telling you you've said an untruth and you know it's untrue.
You know it's untrue. Of course.
And So yeah, and I'm sorry. I like for anybody that's like, oh, he a preacher, he did
Right.
whatever.
That's funny.
That was mine.
Right. Right.
That was mine. But people who know me today say two things. They say, look, if you want to feel better, go talk to such and such. But if you want the truth, go talk to McCrory.
Right. Right.
But make sure you're ready for the truth because he ain't holding nothing back.
Right.
That's
Indeed.
real.
Indeed.
And what I've learned is there's such a liberation from that. When we grew up, the way I grew up, somebody calls the phone and your mom would be like, tell him I'm not here.
Right. Right. Right.
I'm not saying that's what my mama did. I'm keeping it
I'm
real.
just
I'm
saying.
not saying that's because
Indeed.
that was not mine. I'm saying that is the oldest running joke
Right.
in our community
Yeah.
is somebody calls your house and your mama say, tell him I'm not here.
Right. Now, I
Right.
will say, and he's been gone some time, so God bless him. But my dad, right, the way I guess, and it probably might have been jobs the way they worked back in the day. So if you call out sick, you had to be in the house sick, like you had to be. So they would call randomly to see if you're home. So my dad would say, "I'm going out. If they call, tell them I'm in the bathroom, and I will call them back.
See, you got your children lying.
Right.
But you don't think about, as
Yeah.
a parent, you don't think about the seed
Right.
of lying that you
Wow.
just planted in your child.
Wow. Right.
You
right,
just
right.
told your child it's okay
Hey, right.
to fabricate truth.
Yeah. Definitely.
Right?
And my mama said that to me a lot. Call the parents out today.
No, I mean, I've done it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying my mother did it, but I was familiar with it. I've done it in my life.
Wow.
I'm not here.
Right. Right.
Why?
Yeah.
You know, but again, that's just
No, I get it though. But so just a quick reset. Welcome to the Brothers of Legacy. Today we're talking about: are you selfish to have a friend, or to be connected to community, selfish, fearful, have a self-centeredness. And I think that self-centeredness can be real. I guess it's different from like selfish. It's just me and mine and my world. And I'm gonna take care of what I'm gonna take care of. But then let's keep it 100. I don't care who you are. You usually need somebody at some point. At some point, something happens, and within you and yours and your bank account, it's like, I need some help. Not even like
you
money.
need someone all the time. And I
Right.
don't mean literally that you need help all the time. What I'm
Right.
saying is we're not designed. You know, in the book of Genesis, God said when he put man in the garden, he said,
Right.
it is not good for man to be alone.
Right.
That's the word of God. Open up your Bible and read your Bible. It says it is not good for man to be alone. We were designed to be tribal.
Right.
We were designed to be a community.
Right.
That's how we were designed. So
Yeah.
it's abnormal to want to be all by yourself.
Right.
Now, to all the single ladies, I'm not telling you it means you got to have a man.
Right.
That's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah. 100%.
What I'm saying is I'm not talking about the difference between being in a one-on-one monogamous relationship with an individual
Right.
versus being single and unmarried. What I'm saying is we are tribal by nature, and we were designed that the Bible says, forsaking not the assembly of yourselves as the manner of some is. In other words, don't forsake assembly. Don't forsake coming together. That's Bible.
Right.
So God has instructed us to be community.
Right. 100%.
So wanting to be isolated and by yourself is abnormal behavior.
Right.
It's really
Right.
just that simple.
Indeed. Richard said sometimes the fear of what the call can be about is worse than answering the call and sorting it out. Right. Like, what they calling for?
Well,
Oh,
I got that button also. Avoiding that bill collector.
Oh, yeah.
And the bill collector saying, well, you know, if it's accrued interest,
Right.
now you owe even more. And if you had talked to us, we could have
Oh.
arranged a payment plan.
Right.
And
Right. That's true.
you'd be better off.
Yeah. I've done that. Yep.
Yeah. But you just don't want to tell them you don't have it.
Right.
And they're like, you may not have it today, but will you have it tomorrow?
Right.
Can you put 5? I got 5 on it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's the truth. You know, I think that's like the worst thing to hear. Well, if you'd spoken to us yesterday, you'd have been fine. But
Yeah, how
today,
often are we dealing with? Listen, man. My uncle just passed. The eldest male of my mother's generation,
Wow.
and when everyone found out he was sick, he only had a couple of months left.
Right. Oh, let's go.
Right.
Yeah.
And so now everyone's got to rush to get things in order.
Right.
Right. And not everybody can just stop
Right.
and move
Right. Just like that.
and shift. And it's because people didn't know.
Right.
How long have you been sick?
Right.
Who knew? Who kept this secret?
Right.
Who prevented us from making this easier
Right.
on everybody?
Right. But
That's what we do.
let me ask this though. Like I know it's in the vein. So something wrong with you. I know, but you tell me not to share for whatever reason. Don't share that, I might have 5 months to live. Or I have a year. I have a year at least, the way the doctor's looking looks like about a year, maybe a year and some change, maybe less, depending on how aggressive whatever it is that you have.
You're not going to tell me that. People who know me know not to tell me because they know I'm not going to allow you to do that.
Right. Yeah.
You mean to tell me you got 6 months to live and you don't want anybody to know? No, we're not getting ready to do that.
Right.
Well, I don't want people coming up at you. You don't want people showing you love. You don't want people to know how much you mean to them.
Right. I finally
There's always you deal with crazy today.
Yeah.
But help us help you. Right. Because if somebody gets sideways, at least now you have a village that can shield you.
Right.
You're right. But the worst thing you can do is not tell the people that you love.
Yep.
Right. See, Samantha, don't tell me. Right.
That's the message.
Right.
That is the message.
Yeah. Because it's unfair that you would want me to carry that alone.
That too.
Too.
Yep.
I can't talk to you about it. You're leaving.
Right. Now
that's selfish.
Yeah. That is. I need you guys to hear
that. I don't want people worried about me. What? Why would you deny people that?
Right. Yep.
Now, because people get all what? People get all
concerned. Right. I should call you and they may want to like, you know what? I realize we ain't got a lot of time. I'm not going to squander any more time between us. I forgive you for my stupidness or whatever. I forgive you.
But here's the thing.
Give it out. Yeah.
It's kind of like what does Village do? Village provides support, encouragement, drama,
yeah,
and accountability.
Yeah.
I need some help. Okay. Again, what keeps going wrong that you end up here every 6 months?
Right.
Oh, see, I don't need to go. I don't need you all in my business. Oh, but you all in my pocket.
Right.
How about we work something out to make this better so that you're not here again 6 months from now? Right. Because if you're not willing to examine those things, then you're really not wanting help.
Right. Yeah.
Do you really want to get better?
Right.
I mean, these are the things. I mean, I've said this to young people. I've said this to
old people.
My children. Here we are again.
Right.
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 And it's hard. It's difficult to have that conversation with somebody that's 50.
It is.
Because at 50, wow, if this is where you are, you've been doing this a long time. So you're comfortable living here in this space.
Right.
Let's get you better. Nothing wrong with me. Yes, there is.
He said, yes. Yes.
Yeah.
There is.
And why do interventions happen?
Right.
Interventions happen because you refuse to talk about it.
Right. Yes. So you have what you thought was a get together. No, we got together for you.
Oh, y'all clowning, man. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Right.
But it could be the best thing that ever happened to you.
Yeah.
So I believe in community. I believe in village. I believe in accountability. I believe in all of those things.
Right.
Because without that, I am very, very dangerous.
Right.
To myself first and foremost.
Yeah. 100%.
And then to my family, to those that care about me. So I believe that we are at our best putting up with the drama so that we can have the love. Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's real talk. Yeah. Give me community any day of the week and I'll deal with the clowning.
Right.
Because I got to have people around.
Right.
Yeah. That's Brian.
Right.
Brian needs people around.
Right.
You know, I grew up watching the Brady Bunch.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought I was gonna be Michael Brady. 6 children. I almost got there. I almost got there.
It's never too late. It's never too late.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yeah. That train has passed.
Sarah and Abraham at was it 90? Come on, somebody. Come on in this place. All right.
Yeah.
We're gonna go ahead. Gonna get ready to get out of here. Listen, I appreciate you guys for rocking with us and hanging with us and being a part of our life. We thank you for always sharing, always caring. So be on the lookout. Like I said, we are 4 episodes away from our 500th episode. So I'm exceedingly excited.
Look at Richard's comment.
All right, let me see. He said abnormal.
He said abnormal with a question mark. Some people have mental health phobias, which is a issue. I speak from the angle of experience. I've come through this now, but finding a partner is difficult for me. One, I don't do online dating. Never worked for me, and those sites littered with cheaters. So prefer to meet physically in person, and speed dating or professionally. Need a woman who understands autism. She can be normal or autistic, and qualities. What you putting your commercial out here, Richard? Richard is on the prowl. I feel you. Hey, do what you do, Richard. All right.
This ad is brought to you by Richard Fay.
Yeah. But, he put abnormal with a question mark.
Right.
Which leads to maybe some sensitivity about how that was expressed. And the reality is, if it's not normal, it's abnormal. Right. But I'm not looking at that as a negative thing. I'm saying that's just what it is.
Right.
And it has to be dealt with. You said in your words, Richard, that you've had to work through it.
Right.
To normalize the behavior.
Right.
And so what you do is you set expectations.
Right.
You have to understand what's going on with me so that you'll know how to deal with me, how to interact with me.
Yes.
So that you don't run. I want to make sure you have an understanding. And I think that is absolutely effective communication, Richard.
Right.
That's what we have to do. And that's what I mean by being real with people, being honest with people. The challenge comes when you don't say it and people are trying to figure out why you do what you do and how you do it.
Right.
And it's because you haven't explained anything to them.
Right.
And that type of behavior drives people away.
Yes, definitely.
Right?
Definitely.
Yeah. Noel Jones said it back in the 90s. He called it acting suspiciously.
Mm.
He said, you can be anybody you want to be for 6 months. That was 25 years ago. Now you can be anybody you want to be for a year.
Yeah.
You can pretend. People have been able to extend the timeline of pretending.
Right.
People can fake the funk for a year before you see any real signs, before you catch on.
100%.
That's real talk. And a lot of times it's because we take things for granted. We take conversation for granted. We take content for granted.
Right.
You're not really paying attention because what's driving you may not even be sincere.
Indeed.
Right?
Indeed.
I hear guys, man, she was bad, but man, I found out she was crazy. You would have known that if you wasn't spending the whole time staring at her butt. Right.
Wow.
If you could listen to the words coming out of her mouth, oh, he is a good guy, got a great job, but that man was abusive.
Right.
You would have known about his possessive personality if you weren't so busy bragging about how he paid for dinner at that 5-star restaurant.
Right. Got to pay attention. Got to watch.
Yeah. We listen, can we have a real conversation about that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Definitely.
Everybody talk about ooh, Jesus, let me stop. Let me stop.
All right, I'm gonna let you stop because we definitely gonna dig into that. Maybe that'd be what's today? Thursday? Yeah, maybe we go.
I got a joke.
Oh gosh. Okay.
I heard this. This was somewhere on social media.
This
lady said she pulled up to work.
Okay.
And someone took out a bag of Skittles and threw some Skittles at her car and said, "Taste the rainbow." She said, so I hit him with my car and then I parked and said, Nationwide is on your side.
With that, we getting out of here. So look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Same time, same place. No, we're 4 episodes away from our 500, so we're gonna have a good maybe reunionize, bring back some folks that we haven't seen in a minute. All right. So we look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow, Friday, Freestyle Friday. Know that we love you. God loves you more. Continue to stay safe. See, Deborah, you got in time just to catch a joke. Good job. Good job. So see you tomorrow. Know that we love you. God loves you more. And make sure you do the right thing. Peace out.